Hello, trading is closed on June 25th, 2020. We'll go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early high. Here it is. And tomorrow's pattern has the early low. We said this was a positive formation, and unless we gapped and promptly took out this low, we should see higher prices. We gapped down, took out the low, so I get no credit for the rally, as there was no call. We also said if we didn't gap under this line, which we didn't, that any drop would not stick and we would retrace. So we got that one. During the day, MEJT gave an ultimate sell signal. It's right here. It said all this squiggle was false and prices would eventually retrace, which they did. As I've said before, you don't have to play these to profit from the system. You really have to avoid chasing until the system says it's all right to do it. This is just a reminder of what we said. We did move under this line. We didn't gap under it, so it didn't stick. But if we go through it again, that will stick. Usually once you break through it, like this, even if you retrace, it's a matter of time till you break through it for keeps. And you should do it before breaking through this line, which gives quite a lot of leeway. But breaking under this consolidation is negative stuff too. We probably aren't even going to break through that. Back to the original count, but whether you put A here or here, it implies the high of this leg is in. We've completed wave blue A, and as long as this holds, we're going to call this in wave blue C. And it should have a similar magnitude and intensity to the drop in wave blue A. There's no guarantee that the drop ended today, but at least there is a count, not the only count, which justifies at least a short-term end. But ultimately, if you take the height of wave A, and you can measure from here or here, and take the common relationships, even if you get only 50% in wave C, you're talking in the 2750s. So once the drop gets going here, I look for a pretty sizable drop. It all assumes this is going to hold. Friday, this is the patterns for next week, and of course Friday the market's closed. Norm Winsky is going to be with us again on Monday. Friday features the pattern with the early low. Doesn't mean you won't gap up. Usually it's a rally day with a final hour high. Usually it's a positive day unless you drop big early. If you do drop a lot early, it implies you're going to have more weakness in the days to come. We did start out low, rallied all day long, usually, not always, usually leads to further gains the following day. And only if you drop a big early does that kill the pattern. We've broken below a significant trend line. That's on the channel we showed. Below a consolidation, all we did is revisit the lows of the consolidation. That doesn't change anything. You really have to break through it to make a difference. I think we started wave blue C down. Should have some relationship in magnitude and intensity of wave A down. Next week, I don't know. It's one of the most consistently positive weeks of the year. Bears may have to wait for it to end before they have their day. We don't have to make that decision right now. All I care about is tomorrow, and unless we drop big early, expect to see higher prices. And that's today's call.